up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full lowest attack stat Pokemon team. Now people, I brought the big guns to this battle. These guys have got the biggest thumping attack stats in the game. So this was sort of inspired from my highest attack stat Pokemon team. And I kind of did all of these stats. So I thought I might go through and do all the lowest attack stats. It might reach some really cool teams. Anyway, people, question of the day today. What Pokemon has won you the most battles? Who is your true MVP, most valuable Pokemon? See what I did there? Anyway, mine's probably, I'd say Assault Vest Unknown or Fury Card Venusaur. So, people, these battles are done on my chat. If you'd like to battle me, that's in the description of the video. I take battles there at a random time every day. This was a battle against Evan. So we have a Kricketune lead, and I'm leading things off with the big boy, Magikarp. Now, I've got bouts on this set, just for Kricketune. That's basically just the sole purpose of having it. I've got max attack and max speed on this set. It works pretty well with tackle and flail and splash. Now, the item also is Focus Band, which is pretty viable too. So now I do pretty good damage to the Kricketune. It's about a 4-hit KO, maybe a 3 with a crit. So going for another bounce on the Kricketune, it's going to use Infestations, which is quite funny because I actually do have the Rattled ability. So if I do get hit by that, it's going to boost my speed by 1 stage. Not that it really matters too much because I am outspeeding this Kricketune. So now we have the Attract coming for a Kricketune, and I can kind of see what this set is revolving around. So obviously they're trying to trap me in with this Infestation and then infatuate me. Then I was thinking, oh, they probably got Toxic or something like that. Something really scummy along those lines. Anyway, so Magikarp is going to get trapped in. That's cool. I did some pretty good damage with Bounce, so I'm not too worried about that. I can easily swap something else in to take it out maybe after. If I can't get another bounce off, that's fine too. So hoping I can get maybe at least one more bounce off against this, but unfortunately the Cricket Shot is living up to its name, people. It's pretty irresistible. So getting poisoned, as I thought, from the Kricketune. Now, I don't know what its other move at the point in the game is, but if it does have like an attacking move, Magikarp is not going to be living for very much longer. Now, as said, yeah, the EVs were at max attack and max speed too, if I did mention. So, desperately trying to get one more attack off, unfortunately, and then it's going to use Rest. Oh, no. So, all that hard work at the start, the Kricketune is going to heal all that off. So, even personally, I like Sleep Talk Rest, but this works pretty well because, say you've trapped the opponent in right with Infestation, it doesn't matter because they can't swap out and they can't really set up on you, depending on the Pokemon, of course. So I guess that's the good thing about not having, just having Rest, so you don't have to waste like a slot on Rest, Sleep Talk, like me, and get Rest every time. Anyway, so the Kricketune is going to take me out eventually with the Toxic and Infestation. Magikarp is down. I don't know, man. They must have been hacking to get past that Magikarp. So I need another Pokemon to get rid of this Kricketune, and swapping in the Mighty Base 15 attack Phoebus. Now, Phoebus had the highest attack stat on my entire team. So as you can probably guess, I need to run the most overpowered strategy on this. Now, this Phoebus was also very similar to Magikarp. It was a max attack and max speed set. So we've got the Normalium Z Splash, which is going to boost my attack by 3 stages. It's actually got a nice speed stat too, and it's got adaptability as the ability too. That's a tongue twister. Now I've got Waterfall and I've got Flail on this as the moves. It doesn't really get a hell of a lot of physical sets moves on this, so that's alright. It's a 2-hit KO. This Dan Kricketot's going to use Attracting and start all this BS again. So I've got to take this out before I become a victim to the Attract and Infestation. Then it's going to probably use Rest again, and then I'm going to get swept by it. So I've got to get past this big boy. The other move I got on this is a Hypnosis as well, which is quite handy. Very risky, but it can change the game. Mostly it changes when you miss. So I got the Infestation up, taking some damage. Now the Phoebus, I'm trying to get through this Attract. I'm going to get immobilized by Love, and now the Kricketune is going to be able to get a Toxic off. Oh, I'm falling into the same trap here, people. So I've got to get this. I've got to get rid of this. One Waterfall, as that's all it needs to get around this this Kricketune. I want to see what those other Kricketune are. Anyway, so Phoebus is going to take a little bit more damage from the Infestation. I've got about probably two to 3 turns before I'm going to go down. Thank goodness I finally bust through the Waterfall, and that is the first Kricketune down. Man, with a crit. I would have loved that crit earlier on. So that's down. Finally, we took out the second Kricketune. Okay, so I still am pretty good. I've got my +3 in attack. And now we've got Wolfpack coming out, and I'm going to go for the Waterfall on this one. I'm quite confident it's going to do some pretty good damage. I might even be able to get a flinch, which is nice too. So it does big damage, and then it's going to have a Focus Sash. It lives on like 1 health. Unfortunately, now it's going to go for the X Scissor, and that's going to be way too much for old Phoebus to handle, and that is downs. Man, guys, I'm really disappointed. The highest attack stat Pokemon on my team was gone. Phoebus, that thumping 15 base. Anyway, speaking of that, I'm going to swap in my Shuckle. Now, this Shuckle set I've actually used a couple of times. However, I didn't really get to use it that well in this battle. The old Quick is going to go for the Endeavor, and I'm going to take it out with the Bug Bite there. Now, this was the Power Trick Quick Claw set with Bug Bite, Stone Edge, and Earthquake, max health and max attack. So, it was pretty good. On this, we've got, I also had Earthquake on there as well. Now, I had Sturdy as ability, which worked pretty nicely too. So now we had the Quick coming in, just finishing me off there. Unfortunately, since that Endeavor really got around all my, high defenses. So we have the Blissey coming in. This was my physical Blissey. Now, obviously on this team, I wanted to run like all physical attackers. That was kind of the point of this. I wanted to make use of their amazing attack stat. So Blissey actually gets Last Resort. So Last Resort is the best move in the world. So I thought I'd use that. So on this set, we've actually got... we've got Power Up Punch. Now, the idea is to bolster Blissey's amazing bustling attack with Power Up Punch. Then you can go for Zen Headbutt, right, on fighting types. And then, if you get past the fighting types, which you definitely will, you can go for the Last Resort for some amazing power. So I've got max attack and max health on this one. I've got Serene Grace as the ability, and I've also got Silk Scarf to boost that Last Resort even further. So Bug Dark Mega is going to go down there to that thumping Last Resort. So we're starting to get through these Crickettunes. Man, like, while I was doing the battle, right, I was hearing these Crickettunes cries, like, oh, it was like as they were swapping in, right, and then they swap out, then another cry, like, diddly whoop, like, I think it was like 20 cries in the whole battle. Anyways, it's going to take me my Blissey out. That's all good. I still got 2 Pokemon left. I've got to get back into this game. These Crickets, baby. So anyways, we got the Happiny here. This Happiny set was, it was kind of solely reliant on Focus Sash. Let me walk you through what this set was. This was mainly based around counter. However, I had a strategy with Endeavor as well. So I had max health and I had max speed on this. I know, max speed. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so the Savage Cricketune is going to come in, and of course it's going to use Savage Spin Out on my Happiny and encasing it in the cocoon. However, it's going to take it all down to 1 health, which is exactly what I wanted. Now I went for the counter, and that's definitely going to be able to take that out easily in one shot. Happiny's got really low defense too. It's got mega health, so counter is a really nice move on it. Definitely suits it with its awful defense and nice health. So now we have our Best Cry coming in here, and I actually went for the Endeavor, hoping I'd outspeed, but of course I didn't, and old Cricketune going to take out my Happiny. The other moves I had on that were Toxic and Rest with Natural Cure, so if you got hit like earlier on in the game, or you just sponged a hit, you could use Rest and swap it out, and then your Focus Sash would still be intact, right, so it's quite handy. So now my last Pokemon was my Chauncey. This was a really scummy set. Then again, when isn't Chauncey a scummy set? Now this was a max health, max defense with Everlight. We've got on this set, we've got Power Up Punch, we've got Secret Power. So the idea with Secret Power and Serene Grace is to paralyze the opponent. It's also a stab as well. So you can boost up Power Up Punch as much as you can, try and get +6 in attack. And it'd probably give you the same attack as, I don't know, like a Caterpie. Anyway, so it's got Refresh on it too. The idea, obviously, I don't want to go down to like Poison or anything. I don't want to be swapping. Also, Refresh has got a lot more PP than like Aromatherapy and Heal Bell or whatever. Now, I've got Softball on the set too, so you basically want to get as many Power Up Punches up as possible. This bit, I had to speed up a hell of a lot. So go for the Power Up Punch on the Cricketune. The problem here was I was trying to get as many Power Up Punches up as possible. It really was resisted by the Cricketune, and Cricketune actually had Brick Break as well, so it's doing some pretty good damage. And Serene Grace, I was hoping obviously for the Secret Power and Serene Grace, but the thing didn't get paralyzed many times at all, which kind of sucked. So I was trying to get as many up as possible in case it was like a Cricketune with like a really powerful physical move. Now, obviously, I had all the defense investment with Everlight, which makes it actually fairly bulky. Obviously, it's got a lot of health too, which helps. So going for a final softball, hoping I'm going to finally get a paralyzed. That was like after 10 turns or something like that, or the 10 turns back and forth. And that's the Cricketune down. The last Cricketune we got is a special Cricketune with Bug Buzz. There's no way it's going to be able to get through me. I get a paralyzed on Secret Power, go for another Secret Power, and people, that is a 3-hit KO. And that is the game. I hope you enjoyed this one. Very nice full Cricketune team there. I like that one very much. And it's very fun versing those like 6 teams of the same Pokemon. I've had a lot of people in my chat actually use them. They're fun. So now we have a battle. This one was on my chat against Tio. So we have a Florgs lead here. This is the blue flower Florgs lead. Now Magikarp, I'm going to go for Bounce here. I actually want to get a Paralyze, right? Now Florgs is going to go for the Camouflage, which is going to turn it into a normal type. I really like Camouflage, such a cool move. So it could do like a couple of things, maybe trying to change its type to get Stab or something like that, or not be very weak to something, I'm not sure. Normally that's what Camouflage does. So anyway, we're going to go for this is going to be a Normalium Z on the Florgs. I actually get the Paralyze with the Bounce too, which is really nice. So Florgs has got a Z Crystal. It's going to boost it actually with a Z power, and that is going to be Z Copycat. So it's going to use this Bounce on me. What? So anyway, my Magikarp, you guys know how bulky it is in defense. I put about three EVs in defense. So anyway, I get hit by that one, and guess what, people? Oh, Focus Band kicks in. I got to do a Focus Band, people. Why have I not done that team yet? Someone write that in the comment section. The Focus Band team. I've got to use 6 Pokemon right, and they've got to have Focus Band. And they've all got to live on 1 health. Anyway, so I'm going to hit by the Kiki Whips, and that is my Magikarp down, people. But it's all good. I was then able to do a little bit of damage to the Florgs and paralyze it too. So now we got Happiny here. I'm going to go for Counter, hoping it's going to get a physical move. But then it gets paralyzed. So now they're going to know my strategy. So I was thinking, should I swap out here or should I go for again? Decided to go for again. And thankfully, it's going to go for the return, which of course is Stab now due to Camouflage, and my Happiny is going to live on 1 health, and finishing off the Florgs with the counter. So nice there, just finish off with my Happiny. The problem with Happiny is a lot of the time I didn't get to use counter because it would be swapped in to sponge something, and then it'd be like a mix set, and then it'd go down to like a tackle, right? So anyway, we got a Blissey coming in. It's going to go for Protect. I was actually went for the Toxic here, I believe, against it. Sorry, the Endeavor. Of course, I went for Endeavor. So Blissey's obviously going to use Protect. And guess what, people? We've got a Last Resort Blissey on our hands too. So since I was like, well, we've got a Last Resort Blissey here, I've got to bring in my own, right? So the only problem is this Blissey can already use Last Resort. So I've actually got to get up my moves before I can use it. So I thought, well, I might as well go for the Power Punch. Then I might be able to go for Zen Headbutt, get the, get the flinch. So anyway, Blissey's going to go for the Last Resort. Oh, baby, that does so much damage. It's a critical hit. There's no way I'm going to be able to take this out. So go for the Power Punch. Does pretty good damage there. Well, only because Blissey's got like 2 defense. Hoping I can outspeed, get the Zen Headbutt, then go for the Last Resort afterwards. But that's not the case. I'm going to go down to the Blissey. Man, I'm getting wrecked at the moment. So I've got half my team is down already to Last Resort Blissey. So now we are swapping in Phoebus here. So I thought, well, I can go for the risky Hypnosis here. This will be awesome. Hypnosis lands, baby. So now I've got a free setup to go for the Normalium Z Waterfall. And then I can go for, Flare if I get low health, or just Waterfall. Adaptability Waterfall. Very nice. So now Blissey is asleep. They're going to have to swap, or they're going to, stay in. They're going to decide to stay in, which is fine, I guess. I was like, that's all good. I'm going to be able to take this Blissey out. Now, Phoebus is going to get its +3 in attack. I love how they made use of Z Splash with Normal and Z. So splashing away, getting my +3 in attack, and Blissey wakes up. Why did it wake up? And then it's going to use Last Resort and take out my Phoebus. Oh, no. I'm getting shreked. I've only got 2 Pokemon remaining, people. This is... Oh man, I'm gonna get wrecked by Blissey. I'm gonna have to quit Pokemon if this happens. So now we are swapping in Shuckle. I've got to get back into this game, people. So now Blissey's gonna go for the Last Resort again. Thank goodness Shuckle actually resists that. Going for the Power Trick now, swapping my attack and defense. As I said, I've used this Shuckle so many times, it's so trolly. Now, obviously, my speed is basically arse, so I've got Quick Claw, which is going to make me move first, and now I can go for the Bug Bite. This is going to be enough to take out the Blissey easily. Like, the Shuckle's got like 600 plus attack now. Basically, I swapped my attack and defense around, so I went Impish Nature on this one. And, I swapped my attack and, defense. It was very, very strong. So now we have Hitmontop coming in. Any physical move I knew would take me out in 1, but it's going to use Focus Energy. I'm like, okay, let's go for Earthquake. Obviously, I didn't have actually much to hit it. Stone Edge and Bug Bite or Resisted Bite, but Earthquake does pretty good damage. I'm quite happy with that. So now, Hitmontop is going to go for a Vacuum Wave. It's a special set. And, baby, I take that one all to it. Look at that crit. So now go for the Earthquake on the Hitmontop. I've actually done special Hitmontop before. It's terrible. So now Hitmontop is going to go down to the second Earthquake. We've still got 3 more Pokemon left to see if they can get past my mighty Shuckle. So now we have Sunflora. Oh, what is this going to do? So I do have Bug Bite, which will work nicely. Hoping Quick Claw will kick in, but it didn't. Oh, man. And now the Sunflora is going to take me out with a Pedal. Oh, no. So this, people, is where I had to speed it up. just a little bit. So we got the Chauncey here. You guys know what this set is going to be. It's going to be pure scum. So the Sunflora is going to go for the Sunny Day, obviously for its ability. I'm going to go for the Power Punch to try and boost my attack. Now it's going to go for the Natural Gift, which goes that fast. Now also, fun fact about a Natural Gift. Did you see how fast the animation is, right? Obviously, the faster something I was reading, the faster the animation is, the faster the health bar goes down. Quite interesting. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Soft Bolt on the Chauncey, which is going to get back most of my health. Now Sunflower is going to go for the Sword Dance. This is really, really bad. I've got to take this thing out. So I've got all of my health back. Petal Blizzards do about a 3-hit KO still. Finally, I get the Paralyze on the Sunflower. Going for another secret scummy power. Now, this is the bit where I actually needed a lot of my health back. So I had to use Sunflora. I had to use Soft Boiled until the Sunflora got paralyzed, right? Otherwise, the next Pokemon was going to be able to just take me out easily. So hoping for that Paralyze, finally get the Paralyze, and then I can go for the Secret Power and take out the Sunflora. So now we have Granbull coming in. It's going to go for Fake Tears. Oh no, it's a special set. Now it's going to drop my special defense. Blissey, as you know, Chauncey, as you know, has amazing special defense. I get the Paralyze, which is really nice. However, it's got Focus Miss, which does so much damage. So what I was thinking, right, I might be able to PP stall out the Focus Miss and, somehow get back into this game. So I actually get a special defense drop. I'm on my last legs here, people. Granbull's going to get Paralyzed. I need some luck here, people. So going for the Secret Power again. It's going to go for Focus Miss. That does so much damage. Another Secret Power. I need about 3 more to take it out. Focus Miss misses. I'm able to eat another egg, get my health back, and Focus Blast is going to land, and I live again, getting another Secret Power off. I need 1 more Secret Power, and I get hit by Dazzling Gleam. I'm not salty or anything.